Ooh. We're live, by the way. Hi, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. We now have Padster with us. Say hi, Padster. So... Out of interest, quick question. Are we starting on this map? Just making sure. It's not this map either, is it? Transition. Okay, where were we? So yes, so Charged would be the big favourite for this, as you say. Bagels obviously won last week, but that was partially obviously down to playing well, but also partially down to a bit of a Steg meltdown. So it'll be good to see how he can transition into this week, and if he can keep that momentum going. You're a tad quiet, Padster. Much better.
Have you forgotten to unmute the rest of us by any chance?
No.
Oh.
No game sound?
Sound is...
I think they'll be able to hear you now. Let's put it that way.
Someone type 1 if you can hear me in chat.
On the plus side, that does mean what happened earlier was muted.
Oh yeah, that's good. Hey, we're live. Okay. You missed out on all of the technical issues then.
Hey, it wouldn't be a BITM Second 3 without one, eh?
Yeah. Truly the Lamau stream.
Well, thanks for pointing out, Liam, can I just say? Because nobody else had at that point. Alright, it's really close up front anyway between Bagels and Charged. Couple of mistakes out back from Rebel and Keen.
Yeah. Charged here. Ooh, with a bit more speed out that drift.
Better line there from Bagels.
Bagels full outside.
That was beautiful.
Aww. He's been practicing something other than ice.
Ooh, Charged.
I tell you what, for Div 2, those are some immediate solid times.
That is a good time, yeah. Yes.
Both Burnt and Charged coming off the back of a win last week, and therefore certainly having to be considered for promotion. Initially,
yeah.
I think they're both players who will be aiming for it.
Yeah, Charged with a much more commanding lead last week than Bagels. I think Bagels sort of, I don't want to say one on a technicality, but one on...
Ooh, mistake from Charged.
And from Keen.
From everyone.
From everyone. Oh, easy around for Bagels.
No one made it around the first corner.
Easy round for Bagels here, surely. It goes very wide on that drift, and I think he's going to let Charge.
No, Charge did the same. Charge did exactly the same.
So after that decent.
Bagels! Oh!
A Charge messes up the outside of the dirt as well. Div 2, everyone.
After complimenting the surprising pace they had.
Oh no,
Charge the outside of her.
Are we going to see...
Get them all out, get all your bonks out here.
There we go, there's Keen with another one.
Oh, another one.
Oh, Rebel into the outside dirt.
Are we going to see anyone getting under a minute here?
Oh god, no. Alright, look at like 1 minute.
Bagels is going to snipe.
Oh, that's so close.
He'll be happy with that. Jesus.
And somehow, after all those shenanigans, we've ended up with quite a predictable order. How has that happened?
They read the script. They definitely read that script.
We had one round in the last match where it was everybody in the exact order we expected with a uniform distance between them, and no one passed each other the whole round.
Yep. And then at the end of that round, they had exactly, basically exactly 20 points between all of them as well. Someone's messed up that start.
Couple of people.
Rebel not having a nice time on it.
Yeah, clearly struggling. Probably something to do with the fact he spent 7 hours today playing Valorant. I don't want to say that might not be the best way to hone your Trackmania skills, but you know.
You should have seen him if he hadn't played Valorant today.
Oh god, yeah.
Right, Burnt and Charge was to front here again. Charge looking solid.
Charge looking like maybe he's got the pace. If he can get a good round, he's got the pace on this map over Bagels, I think. It's just whether he can hold it together, because I think he's had to release there, and Bagels is reeling him back in a little bit here.
Bagels gonna get her.
Bagels touches the outside.
Nope. Will Keen get him? He's got more speed.
Keen does have more speed. I don't think Bagels is going to make the risk.
Ooh, Keen nearly didn't.
Oh, and he doesn't. He crashes the inside of a safe in. How did he do that? He's slightly lucky to get away with third there. I don't know where Rebel was, but...
Rebel's off to a torrid start here.
Drops
what, down into last, I think.
Joint last.
I hate to say it, but you'd say Kian is probably heavily predicted to come fourth here. So picking up second place like that when everyone else forgets how to drive is
gold dust.
Very important for him.
Yeah. Although, as we see, he gets a little bit of a shaky line out of there.
Yeah, but no big mistakes. It's the first time we haven't seen a full crash, I think.
By corner one.
Yeah, like Keen, last week when we casted for him, he had the pace through most of the round, and then there was just always the odd mistake that did him in. So I'd like to see him do a bit better this week. I don't know if it's just the the nerves of it being first week, first sort of relatively major competition.
He's keeping pace with Bagels though.
Yeah.
Bagels had to release.
Who's going to push the outside more? Bagels pushes the end of the dirt more, and I think that's where you gain most of the speed.
Yeah,
mistake from Keen.
Keen clips. He didn't need to risk that.
Oh, that was not worth the time, but easily done.
And this is actually something to point out, that there's been a change in the points since last season. So risking getting third to second versus coming fourth if you make a mistake actually doesn't punish you as much this season. So previously, you'd lose like an extra point if you came fourth rather than third than the amount that you'd gain from coming second. That probably doesn't make any sense, but basically risking it wasn't worth it last season, and it's about the same this season, so it might be worth it.
So we move on to Worm, and it'll be interesting to see how they get on this one, because Keen struggled last week. Charge looked, I think, quite commanding on it. Bagels has got the ice advantage, so yeah.
Bagels did say in chat earlier, though, the ice was fine, the rest of the map wasn't, were his exact words. So
yeah, this map obviously by TMGL player mine. And over playing it, I can feel a bit of that TM World Tour inspiration coming in.
That's a very polite way to say what you're thinking.
Necessarily calling the track bad, I think it's interesting.
Unorthodox, yeah.
You're so polite.
Unorthodox, to go
You're
with
so
that.
polite.
these like strange gear 2 jumps and having ice, and a lot of it feels like stuff you'd find on a TM World Tour track, which is different to what we've had in this competition in the past. It's
it's an
probably
interesting
probably the most unique track we've ever had in BIPL.
Yeah, I think the way that it sets itself apart from the TM World Tour maps, though, is that it's actually got a couple of nice drifts on it.
Ooh, nice, brutally difficult. Does anyone hold fourth here? Someone's in for wall. That's Rebel.
Bagels helped fourth, but he went all over the houses, so...
Yep.
Yeah,
Charged, got a dodgy gear, I think. Yeah, I think he lost the gear through the... goes too tight on the grass and loses the gear.
Yeah, Charged had a bit of gear soup going on.
Here we go, onto the ice.
Bagels on ice.
Bagels going tight. I didn't think that was the line. But,
oh my god, Kian, you were lucky.
I will bow to Bagels' knowledge on ice over what I thought was the line.
Whatever Bagels says is the line is the line.
Yeah.
Oh, Keen, that's a scary line. Oh, he's kept
Bagels
it good, though.
Gonna drop the gear,
oh my
but
god.
He's still ahead.
I don't think Keen's going to make this finish.
Hey, oh my god, he's just done.
Keen's driving a lot better, actually, than he was at the start, and I guess probably than he was last week. He's actually keeping pace a little bit.
Yeah, he's doing better than I think a lot of people were expecting at this point. I mean, it's still very early doors, but we will see, I guess. He seems to have that start down. And that drift as well. He hasn't lost the gear yet, I don't think.
Yeah, I think he is now the only person to have not lost a gear. And having played this myself about 30 minutes ago, I think I dropped a gear about 3 out of 4 times.
Oh, that's a bad line, though.
Oh, that is not where he wants to be going, and he cracks into the wall.
Oh, and then he clips it on his respawn as well.
That's a good line through the ice from Charged.
Kane will be lucky to finish here.
Yeah. If he'll make it to a CP, then we can see how far behind he is.
9 seconds.
9 seconds?
He should.
Seems like it should be
line
more
from
than that.
ChargedJT.
11, there we go.
He's been overtaken by Rebel. That should be a second place for Rebel, and it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebel was off to a good start there, and he made a mistake in the midsection, and I think he'll be happy to pick up the second.
Will Keen finish? I think he will. He's got enough time.
Yeah, he'll get risky easy with that.
He's going for the risky? Yeah.
But that's another, in the fight for third place, that's another big swing. Getting a second there from Rebel. It's dead even up front, though.
Fight for first, though.
Yeah.
105. Oh, Keen clips start.
Kane.
Gonna bounce.
Oh, yeah.
Feeling he might lose the gear here.
He's going to lose the gear as well. Yeah. So does Charge gets a dodgy line through there.
How has he survived?
He survived that?
Goes very inside. He's not going to carry much speed, but it looks like...
I'll gain it all back on the ice. He'll come out of this first, probably.
Charge slides out.
There you go.
And he clips on the outside. Bagels is going to take this home.
The fact that Kean isn't in last after that start.
Yeah, yeah.
To be honest, I say he only lost 6 tenths on it, but on this map, that's a very forgiving amount of time, in all honesty.
Yeah. Oh, Rebel clips inside of the pole.
Oh, Bagels is
safe. Rebel wins the round.
Let's go.
And Rebel takes last, which means Keen is going to move into first.
Well,
sorry, not first. He's going to take Rebel.
Okay, let's not get too optimistic, but I will let my Irish bias come through a little bit. Yeah, that was...
It's over for everyone else now. He's going to taste the first.
He's going to win every single round now.
Oh,
Rebel drops the gear.
Yep. He managed to stay in third, though, which, nope, that's punished him now.
It's a good line through the dirt. Keen does. And he's off there. He's fighting with Charged. Goes for more speed, but he goes too wide here. He's going to get a dodgy line in.
Yeah, you've got to lift way
Yeah.
earlier. You have to stay on the inside.
Oh, and he
More important.
clips as well,
Three
so does
people
Rebel.
crash. The only one who survives that is Burntbagels. Is everyone else still on the ice? Yes.
Ceenis, yeah.
Rebels made it through, Ceenis made it through, and Charged has now made it through at plus 14. I don't think he's going to finish. If Burnt gets the risky fin.
Could you imagine that?
How
But
was Charged that far behind?
could you imagine
does.
that he finishes and then everyone else DNFs?
That would be the dream come true for Bagels.
Oh, he's going safe. He's going safe.
Boo.
Keen isn't. Keen.
Keen, no.
Oh, there's two
And they both
DNFs.
get
There's two
minus
DNFs. Oh.
Double DNF here. My god.
Oh my god. BITM Omega lol.
Yep.
That.
Jesus.
Can I just say, Keen going from winning the round to then not finishing DNFing pretty much sums up the season, I think, so far.
It's unfortunate for him now because he finds himself back in last with a 4-point gap.
Can I just say before that map as well, or at the start of that map, Bagels and Charged both had 105 points.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think
Charge
it was
will not
worse
be
than
happy with
that. I think Charge was on 112.
Before the map started, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's 112, 105, and those are some very big points for Bagels. I'm now really hoping I will not be playing Bagels while Worm is still in rotation. It has 1 week left. I think I play in week 4, so...
Hey, nice.
Yeah, I should be done.
You get when Liberty comes back in then, which is a tough map.
Oh god.
I really enjoyed Liberty. I'll be glad to see that come back in. That was a very good map. It would be a shame for it to have just been a seeding map.
Yeah, I'm glad all the maps get like an equal amount of representation now.
Yeah, proper match
Each of
time.
them
Because
get played free time.
that was the issue that I had with EMC, was that my best map was that Roxy seeding map, which had my proudest moment in TM history, where I beat both Sean and Idol in seeding.
Nice.
And that was the peak. I've never got better than that. Oh, Keen gets the no slide.
Keen on the no slide. That is unfortunate. And bails around the pole.
Outside pole, enjoy it.
Is
Relatively close up front, but Rebel loses the gear and then maybe a little clip as well.
Charge has got a commanding lead in this one.
Yeah, this looks like a fairly done round. Almost completely the opposite of the previous map.
Oh, no slide from
No
Bagels.
slide.
Oh! And Rebel has a lot more speed. Both with similar dirt lines.
Oh, it's scary from Rebel.
Bagels pushes the outside, Rebel loses the gear. I think Bagels is going to...
Oh, he touches? Does he touch?
No, it just pushes that
was
very hard.
I don't know how he didn't touch. He's got less speed. Well, we can see what that no slide does for you at the start, can't we?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those ones where even if you get a bad drift, it's not too bad. You can drop the gear there and you don't lose too much compared to if you keep it. So it's best just to sort of go a bit wider, do a sort of a release drift, and then not end up 2 seconds behind like Keen did, unfortunately. Gets it this time,
he makes
though.
it round this time, which is good, because something like that no slide could really get in your head. Admittedly, I don't think that corner is too bad, but...
As Rebel is the only person, I think, who gets the gear there.
Oh, but then he touches.
Not that he's
no.
used it for too much.
Keen's had a really good rest of the round so far.
Yeah,
Looks
he's
close up
holding
top.
up with Charged and Bagels. Could go any way.
It's a bad line
King
from
goes
Charge.
more outside.
Yeah. Goes 2 inside on the uphill, but I think Bagels possibly lost the gear as well.
It's a good line though, coming into this next section.
Charged goes wide.
It should be Bagels' round to lose at this point. It's close
Keen
though
going
for
too
second.
wide out.
Keen versus Charged. It's going to be so tight, but he gets
Well
second.
played
from
Goodness
Keen.
teeth.
That is
I'll
an
tell you what.
amazing copy pasta as well. From Killian.
Killian.
Here I am.
Dark.
NMC. It's getting out of hand. Although I will say that's not just like you know, a good round from Kian from point of view of being competitive, but that was a very good time as well. He drove a 59-1 there.
Oh, you've jinxed him.
I know, I feel so bad.
Sorry,
my
your
PB
PB.
is a 59-0.
Oh wow, that is a good time for him then.
So yeah, that's a very good time from him.
Okay.
But, he just doesn't have consistency, unfortunately. You can find that.
He's
got pace,
hitting every
but-
wall.
Rebels in
Yeah.
first though. This is big for the fight for third place.
Yeah. Oh, Bagels has to release before the dirt. He's going to lose the gear there.
Oh, Rebels! It's so close up front between Rebels and Charged.
Charged with a better line around the outside. I think he's going to get more speed.
Oh, it's super close.
No, he clipped the inside of the dirt, so it's even.
Oh, it's super close.
Bagels
Charged on the line. That was a great round.
Bagels with a very nice last drift.
And very good times for everyone as well. All
Is
in
King going to
58s.
finish? He avoids
Yes.
the -12. Well done.
That is so huge, and like I said, for the fight for third place. So look at the difference now. 11 points
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah, Kean dragged it back to 4 points or 1 point at one point, and now 1 point, and now it's back to 11.
Spitting some bars. Oh,
Bagels clips the outside of the grass.
Gonna send him into the outside dirt as well. There we go.
Speaking from
him.
experience.
Oh, yep. So many of my practice runs went into that. Kian and Rebel right next to each other, charged with a lead. He'll be very happy to gain like 10 points on Bagels. This is a huge swing at the top.
Yeah.
assuming it is 10.
If he doesn't bottle it, which
They all drop the
Keane's
gear.
got more
I think
speed.
Keane's going to get a better line here. Doesn't push the outside enough though, which Charge does.
Beautiful line from Charged. Yeah, Kian punished for that line there.
Rebels so close, hitting to the inside wall.
Kian as
there.
well. They almost both went into it.
I hate to tell you this, Padster, by the way, but 3 out of the 4 people have got faster than 59 times.
I
in this
know.
match.
I'm gonna have to practice a bit more for next week. I can't remember who I'm playing, but I hope it's not any of this lot. Well, I'm fairly certain I'm playing at least one of them. Maybe Kian.
Yeah, there's a big gap now forming between 4th and 3rd. 14 points. If that was at the start of the game, it's not necessarily the biggest deal in the world, but when you get to this sort of point...
Yeah, so Keane finds himself in a position where he could potentially end up on last chance in 3 rounds.
Yep.
Which could be weighing on his head on a map that he has kind of struggled with, I think.
I think both him and Rebel have really struggled on this map at the start. This first corner with the sausage drift, which is an incredibly hard drift to do, but it's, you know, it's something you need to make if you're going to make any headway in this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, this map is deceptively difficult. It doesn't outright look as difficult as something like Ski Freak's map.
Sun Petal Garden.
Petal Garden, yeah. That one looks a lot harder because Risky Fin looks ridiculous. That like Thin Black Platform drift looks ridiculous. But this map, there's just a few places where you can just go so wrong on them.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between this one and Sun Petal Garden. Like Sun Petal Garden had, like you say, it had the poolside bit that was a bit dodgy. It had the skinny drift, but they were bits where you could full safe it, and then in Div 2 you would still get second or third in a round.
Oh, no
Keane
slide.
has got the no slide over the sausage.
Bit of an overdrift there from Rebel. He's going to lose a bit of speed to the top 2.
Yeah.
And a bit of a release.
Oh, beautiful drift from Charge there. Launches himself straight up to first.
It's super close between the top 3 here.
Yeah, Bagels looks like
Yeah,
he's got a little
but
bit more
anyway.
speed out of the dirt.
Oh, good drift from Rebel. He's got a lot of speed coming out of this. And a good line as well. Who's going to take the outside dirt more aggressively? They all are.
Bagels gets a freebie.
Oh, Charge can't get the risky. Neither.
I'd be surprised if Rebel can.
He can.
Oh, he does. Just about. And Charge will be kicking himself over that, but it's not a -7 he needed.
Oh, Keen.
Kian, it wasn't worth it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No.
And that does matter. If he hadn't have DNF'd, then 2 third places wouldn't put him into last chance because he'd have had 2 more points. But now it's like a break point here. It does actually matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good start though.
Bagels has got a dodgy drift and hit the wall. Come on, King.
Bit of an overdrift.
Oh! Charge clips the CP.
Yeah, it's still in contention for first. In fact, is in first.
Oh, wonky
Honestly,
line from Rebel.
If you're gonna clip anywhere, that's probably the place to.
Kean's got a 1 on his car. Okay, he's
He
got a 2 on his car.
doesn't anymore.
It's a good drift though. You can keep
Yeah,
ground
looks like
contact.
he's got decent speed.
Yeah. Doesn't go flying here. Needs to try and survive his outside dirt. He
Doesn't
saves
push the
it.
It's
outside
super close
line.
with
And
him and
Bagels
Bagels.
is coming in like a shark.
Nice. Oh,
Again!
mistake
Charge
from Charge.
misses the finish.
No.
That is super important for Kean.
And while we've been paying attention to Kian, we are seeing a bit of a gap open up here between Bagels and Charged again.
Well, there was a bit of a gap after Worm, but then Charge pulled it back. But he's undoing all of his good work here.
Oh, Kian has to release quite a lot. Still in contention, he's not too far behind, but
Point 2 is not insurmountable.
anything's possible on these maps with these players.
True. It's pretty close up front between Bagels and Charge, although
Switch
Bagels hits the
every
wall.
time. Bagels into
Bagels
the wall.
does hit the wall
And Kean-
twice.
Kean's overtaken
Kean up
everyone.
into second.
He's on a tear.
Come on, Kian.
Bit of an overdrift.
Doesn't like the sausage drift. He needs to practice his sausage tech, man, and then you'll get that. Because he's lost 0.3
Yeah,
over
he-
Rebel there.
He kind of rides the top of it when you need to go
You
down.
need to dive
on
down
the
into it.
inside.
Dive into the sausage.
Oh,
You
no.
might even get fourth
Oh,
here.
no.
Yeah.
He does. That is pretty unfortunate to get fourth.
Yeah.
But
Now
Just outpaced.
anything but a win will drop him down into last chance here.
indeed.
We might see another parting of the Red Sea, though, when we get to the finish.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's laggy. We're off that
Oh,
cam.
keen lag.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Was that actual in-game lag for him? Or...
I don't think so. I think that's just how it looks on our end. Thing.
Ah.
If you have a spectate Jaffa, every single round looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. So that will be Kian going on to last chance, barring the biggest set of shenanigans we've ever
Barring
seen.
Div 2.
Rebel is trying.
Rebel seems to really struggle through that section. He doesn't like the drift that was the hole that's been replaced with the grass. He seems to lose 0.2 on that consistently.
Mistake from Charged up front.
Charged.
Charged, clap the end again. I think Charged has led every single round on this map.
Bagels!
Oh, Bagels, you
Charge
How
has crashed
did
the
that
safe!
happen?
Charge has crashed the safe! And he reverses over! Oh.
Still gets third. Oh, okay. He has to go safe as well.
How does one miss the safe in? Even Charged is baffled by his own gameplay here. This is a very, very different Charged to the one that turned up last week.
Yeah.
I did a bit of number crunching with the data, and under my own kind of system of ranking how dominant each player have been in their match, just by how they fit, like what positions they've been finishing rather than their times or anything. Charged had the most dominant performance in Division 2.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was against me, Dansky and Quibbs, and I think he finished the match on about 80 points. It was domination. So I had him down as a firm favourite here after that. I thought he'd be performing a lot stronger, but he's showing the same pace as he was in that match, but he barely crashed at all. You know, be 1 out of 5 rounds he'd have an incident. Whereas here he's been clipping the outside dirt at the end of Saudade or going off an adventure after the ice. Just
I will say one thing to that though. Who had a uncharacteristic week last week and made a lot of mistakes?
Steg.
And who was he playing against who won the match?
Bagels.
True.
It's the Bagels curse.
Yeah.
The bagel effect. Across the Spider-Verse. Joke from it. You there?
See, look, Steg's confirming
I
it.
hate this fucking
Yeah.
episode. Ceenis is on
We'll watch Keane in the first round.
last chance on a map that he hates.
Yeah. But
See how
it's a
long
map
he
that
lasts here.
I think
Oh, big mistake here from
almost
Matt.
all of
big mistake.
Div. The thing is, he might hate it, but almost all of Div 2 hates it. Or
what's
struggles
happening?
at it, to say the very least. So,
Yeah, I mean, Kian had a bad line through the start, and yet he was in first at the end of that dirt. So I think everyone seems to be
the ice.
struggling. Here we go.
Close your eyes.
Cue the clown music.
Oh,
He clips the inside. Slow speed.
This could be it.
It looks like it.
He needs to hope for a mistake on the
You
rest of the map,
never
which
knows.
is not as bad. After once you've cleared the ice, I suppose there's uphill on the dirt as well, but
You say that, Chargers clipped it. It's whether he can still make the jump. Yeah,
he can.
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Will
Someone
anyone miss the
really-
ring?
Even failures.
Rebel's going safe.
Rebel going safe, but he has for time too.
Yeah,
GG,
Could have
Ceenis.
made orations for Kian.
it's unfortunate.
There was
It's
just,
another
yeah.
not bad performance in places, but just too inconsistent again.
And there was a couple of DNS which there really shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rebel's not too far ahead. I mean,
No.
Rebel, someone who'll be disappointed with his performance. I mean, he did well in EMC. You would expect him to do, better than 14 points ahead of someone who had a relatively bad game.
Rebels looks quite quick, to be fair. He's just making a few mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got pace, but just can't reach the end of rounds consistently.
I'll be honest, I could make a
Bagel is going
There goes
so
Bagels.
inside.
They were so. What?
How does that work?
He doesn't seem to
What?
get amazing speed out of it though, compared to just getting a solid.
No, but it's a tighter
Yeah.
line, so he's taking less time to go sort of round the outside of the ice. So as long as he's got relative
Oh,
speed.
everyone
hits
clips.
the wall.
Every
Bagels comes
single
out
one.
best.
Bagels doesn't-
Bagels, no.
Bagel does not.
He's gonna have to double respawn.
He's going to go safe in.
No, he makes it.
Okay, or he's not going to bother. Fair play. I respect it.
What's gone on? Charged. Missed.
If he'd have gone
Risky,
safe
he'd
finish,
still
he'd
got
have got second, but Bagels would have.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're just going to always go for the risky finish no matter what, you can only respect that, can't you?
Yeah. It's his massive balls dragging him down. They weighed him down. He couldn't make it through the finish.
That's why he's so intimidating to everyone else.
Yeah, I hadn't realised how big the gap had got. 25 points now
Yeah.
between Burnt and
Oh,
Charged.
But
Bagels lost the gear.
What's crazy is it's only 26 between Bagels and between Charged and Rebel.
Oh,
Yeah, I would not have
everyone,
predicted that.
everyone got their soup spoon out there and started guzzling. Everyone got really bad gears. Bagels comes out on top after getting a terrible first drift.
Let's see the ice here.
Tight line. Don't
Oh,
understand
Rebel
how it
step
works
in,
so
Rebel
well.
step in.
Rebel.
Charged has no speed.
Is Rebel too far behind to finish?
Nah.
Okay, he makes it around on his second time. Yeah, he's got to make it.
You got one
Oh,
attempt on that.
bad line there from Bagels. Charles has got a lot more speed.
I think the gap's enough, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty close. Okay, yeah, Bagels has it.
Oh my god!
just
he
about.
really tried not to.
I had full faith.
I did not.
Okay, look, this is what being sensible is when you know you shouldn't go for the risky. Good job, Rebel.
Yep. Fair play.
So Rebel, anything but a win. Anything but a win's going to put him into last chance.
Yeah, and a win will only delay it by 1 round.
Although he did look... Yeah, that's true. But he did look strongest, I think, on Clueless. So he could possibly try and wait it out a few rounds, but I think the gap up to Charge might be too much.
Yeah, as a player who's, you know, Rebel seems to be a player who struggles with consistency. Clueless is going to play into his hands a little bit more because it's
Where is Bagels
a pace
going?
track.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I don't know. To be honest, I'm not sure where anyone's going this time, but...
Bagels is
outside of
discovering
Charge.
the secret RPG route that is hidden in
Oh, Charge is making a mistake as well. Charge is out of there.
And Rebel is going to pick up that first, probably.
Probably.
Oh,
and
that's
stay out of
a
last
that's a
chance.
statement. We'll see.
Very bold.
Ah, it's a good line though.
Yeah, hold
Keeps the gear as well, nice.
Yeah, and that is exactly how you want to do that end. You should
Ah,
have
really
no
good.
issues with Risky Fin here.
Nice.
58 flat, respectable time for rounds.
Charge thought about it. He thought about going risky and then changed his mind. Well, that was really good from Rebel. I mean, it was really bad from Charged making a mistake on the ice, but he's saved himself for at least an extra round. As we move on to Clueless.
Indeed.
Rebel safe for another round here as well. So we'll see how he gets on.
Yeah. He'll be guaranteed to enter last chance.
Yeah, it's whether he just uses this one as a bit of getting in the swing of things instead of going for the first.
I mean, if I were him, you have to try and go for first on this round. Try and just knock a few more points off Charged.
True, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. Yeah.
Because he's in a position where if he wins this round, Charged gets 3 last on rounds and he's out. Which,
Yeah.
though unlikely, is not impossible. And if anyone here watched the main stream for match 1, you will have seen that it is very possible for something like that to happen. If you two didn't catch it,
I did
Sundler Soph entered last chance first and came second in the match overall.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice for her picking up some points there. She came third last week, so...
Yeah.
I believe she came third last week, so yeah, that'd be nice for her to pick up 3 points.
Yep, she lost
put a-
last week on double last chance to Burntbagels.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Oh. He's intimidating, what can I say?
He is. So Rebel gets a bit of a shaky start, loses a bit of
Great
contact on the
start from
sausage.
Charge, though.
Yeah. It's all about the gear here. As Bagel loses it, I think Charged keeps it. Sorry, Rebel loses it.
It's been a really solid round so far from Charge.
Losing the gear on that turn isn't as bad as most dirt turns, so long as
No.
you can wait until you're on the tarmac to pick it back up. If you manage to pick up the gear while you're still on the dirt, it's terrible. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's a very tricky turn to hold the gear. This one as well is a similar thing. Ridiculously hard to hold the gear, but you don't actually get that much benefit for doing so.
No, I think that's what sets it apart from some of the other maps, is that the mistakes you make on this aren't as punishing.
Definitely not.
I think Worm has got a few where if you make a mistake on the first drift, you lose sort of 0.8. Make a mistake on the ice, you can lose anything up to 15 seconds, as we've said. So,
That was a PB there from Charged. Oh, sorry, well, a match PB. It was 0.7.
57.
0.7 is
That is a good time.
respectable time for sure.
Respectable. Yeah. That is 0.1 faster than Bagels' PB. I think this is definitely.
Mine.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say anything, but it is.
Ooh, Bagels clips, and this is a lifeline now for Rebel. He has been gifted a 6/10 advantage over Bagels here, and just keep it clean. Just don't hit any barriers, and you get to fight on another day. Sadly, though, it's not exactly the opponent he would have wanted behind him.
Bagel seems to have a knack for catching up right at the end of the rounds when he's made a mistake. He's done it a few times.
Mistake from Charles.
Oh, Bagel, he
That
might pick up
might
first.
be the opponent. He wants behind him. This is going to be super tight here.
Rebel gets a decent
really good.
speed out.
Really good
Nails
line.
the drift. That is very important round there for Rebel. Every round at the moment is a very important round for Rebel. Just trying to survive as long as he can, and Charge down to 15 points now.
Yeah, Charge potentially 2 rounds away from...
That was the most important round for Rebel until this one.
Yeah, this is now the most important round for Rebel.
It's a good line. It's a good start from Rebel.
Yeah, Bagels with a bit of a sketchy drift.
Oh, he nearly clipped there.
Rebels lose the gear.
So does Bagels.
So does Bagels. Charge gets a 0.2 lead because of it.
Bit of an overdrift there from Bagels. He nearly clipped. In fact, he did clip. He did
Charging
clip.
the wall, and Rebel leading again.
Will he see it on this CP? Will he realise that he's got a 1.2 gap?
Oh, good line there from Bagels. He's
He
catching
doesn't
up to
strike me
Charge.
as the kind of player who would know how to safe it if he saw it in a 1.2 second gap. So, I almost hope he hasn't.
Taking it very cleanly here. It looks like he has definitely
that's a
practiced
very-
this map more.
Very tame line there.
Well played from
Doesn't
Rebel.
push the last drift, and that's well played, yeah.
59-1.
They're equalising a bit. They're equalising.
Yeah. Another -9 for Bagels here.
It's going to be, to be fair though, it's going to be very difficult for anyone to catch Bagels at this point because of how small the reparations are now.
Yeah.
That said, it's not just about catching points. It's about, once you're into last chance, just not coming last.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
everyone's been quite inconsistent on every map, so you got to think that if you can just hold out and not be the worst player on that round, then you know.
Oh, Beaks crash there from Bagels. That's
Well,
got to be a
there we go.
0.8 or more. That's
It's going to be
coming
another -9 for him.
1.2.
And another lifeline for Rebel.
And Rebel's
This
in
is
first.
third round in last chance.
What a line that
He looks
was.
like he could win.
Loses the gear, but it doesn't matter. He's still in first.
Charge is taking a lot of speed into the end though. He could actually catch him with this much speed. Just needs a good drift.
Come down to his last drift, which
Great drift from Charge, but decent from Rebel as well.
Nice.
at a 58-9 as well. This is definitely a map Rebel has practiced more.
And it's unfortunate for him because we're coming to the end of it now, aren't we?
Yeah, I think Rebel was possibly a little bit more in his element. I think this one definitely feels slightly more like an EMC type map than a full-on comp style. And he did do well in EMC for Dullahan. But we are back on to Saudade. Saudade. Have we have an official KJ a statement released?
We need to be careful. It probably translated into Welsh, and then none of us will be able to pronounce it.
Saudade sounds very fancy.
Well, apparently, I googled it last week, and I thought it was Portuguese.
Is it not?
And that sounds like it's possibly needs to be pronounced in that sort of flouncy way.
True. I'm going to keep saying that.
I don't know.
I don't remember. When I did some casting for the last BIPL, there was I can't remember who it was, but there was someone's name that I was just saying completely wrong the whole time. And they only told me after the last week, and I was like, well, thanks for that. It was really helpful.
Yeah, there's been a few cases of that when people can just put whatever they like as their username. Obviously, Jonu was a bit
Jonu, yeah.
BIPC1.
No, I was saying Addy Mano, I think.
Addy Mano.
Oh, Addy Mano, yeah, fair. Yeah, you had the whole Getical debate.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Honestly, just an expanded version of GIF versus GIF.
Yeah.
Here
We're
we go,
away here.
on Saudade.
Rebel continues his quest for survival.
Rebel,
for
big
God's
mistake.
sake.
But that's not it. And Casper's Curse comes out, and sadly, I think Rebel's great quest is ended with Clueless.
It's a shame he was so close to dragging Charge down with him.
Yeah, he honestly could have reached double last chance there, but
Hey, who
we've
knows?
seen the end of this track.
Yeah.
The fat lady has not sung yet for Rebel. If
Ooh,
one
what
of
is this
these
line?
two messes up the outside dirt and then can't make the risky fin, which honestly is reasonably likely, is still on.
Yeah, it's been known to happen.
Either get
Quite a few
airtime.
times.
No,
Both get it well.
not this time. But Charge gets a rail.
That's a really good line. That's
Yeah.
a really good
And
round from
they're
Charged.
Yeah, he Charged really needed that round. Unfortunate for Rebel, that was on course for being a very good last chance run, but
That was a very
Alas,
good
it
last
comes to an
chance
end.
run. That was a whole map plus.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He did very well, but this is now surprisingly close. This wasn't close.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of,
Bagels.
Bagels.
it's 8
Bagels
points
taking
now,
the
isn't
role
it,
of
for
the
last
role of
place that you
steak from
lose.
last week.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Is it maybe it's something that needs to be passed on? You know, bottling
Yeah.
a clear lead. So Charged better watch out next week.
Bagels is really pushing this.
I don't blame him. Nothing
Yeah.
to lose here. No matter what he does, Charged goes into last chance. So
True.
all Bagels does here is try to reduce his own points loss, because currently if Charged wins this round, he will only need 2 wins on the bounce.
Yes,
To
but
beat Bagels,
if Bagels had
Bagels
won this
was
one, he'd have
fast.
got an extra life.
he would have.
Mhm.
Yeah, Bagels sat on a multiple of 8, which when the points you lose for coming last are 8, is rather unfortunate.
All right.
Last chance now for Charge. This match very much reaching its conclusion. Maximum 3 rounds left.
Bagels makes it through the start.
He does.
Oh, he gets a nice
Oh, but not through the
slide.
next corner, and we are
Oh.
going to double last chance, assuming
Probably.
no major shenanigans from Charged here.
I think I'm going to shenanigan.
He can take this nice and slow. 2-second lead to Bagels. He can even have a little clip if he wants to, just make the risky fin.
Yeah,
That's
treat
all
yourself.
that matters. Oh yeah, get him out your system early.
Early in double last in the
Early
ground before
in the
double last
last round.
chance.
Hey, you'd want this round
Well,
off
if
the
it-
next one, that's all
Yeah,
I'm
if there's
saying.
a round to do it in. Yeah.
Yeah, avoid the airtime.
Oi,
Yeah.
Endo, what are you doing? Get out of
Avoid
here.
the clip.
No.
Endo didn't realise the match was still going on.
Well, that's a clip from
Hasn't affected anything for
Charged is finished.
Yeah, and every point's going to count with how tight it is at the top of the leaderboard in sort of the division as a whole.
Both of these
You'd
are
want-
unbeaten, so this is
Yeah.
just to go top of the
Yeah.
leaderboard as well.
Yeah.
It is. To join VicQ, the only unbeaten person remaining, but one of these two will
Sean,
join
he's
it.
also unbeaten, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and Sean, never mind.
I have the advantage of having just looked at the table.
And Bagels has clipped.
has clipped the wall, and again.
He
What?
has lost a almost 40-point lead.
The curse.
The curse is
Well,
real. The
it's
Div
not
2 curse.
over yet. Charged needs to get this risky, but he's looked better on this rotation of Saudade.
He's really safe in it though.
I do not blame him.
Look at him. This is full safe. which is perfectly
Yeah.
what he needs to do.
This is a player who has HUD on.
The only thing is, if you do start saving everything, if you then do make a mistake...
Yeah.
Oh! That was so close!
How did he get
Very
away
That
lucky
with
was
that?
so close!
He missed the rail, but it shouldn't matter.
Well
Into the finish,
played.
and
Well
Charged somehow wins that match. He really tried his best not to. My predictions have been saved by that, but what a comeback from ChargedJT.
Woof. All right.
Right. We need to get out. This is
I have left.
We do.
Mainstream
We need to
is.
vacate. Indeed. Shall make
Do
way
we-
for them? We are hopping into match 4 now, I believe.
I've put us back onto the casters, but there's nothing for Padster at the moment.
There's nothing here. Can I get a link for the dings?
For the... Okay. Hold on. We're very professional here, so I'm just going to give
We are
Padster
very,
the
very
link to the
professional.
dings.
A link to the dings.
Do we have time for a charged?
The next match is in 5.
We'll get it. We'll see if we can get him in.
She'll go for it. But that was a very exciting match to watch.
Am I in it? I don't think I am.
You're here. You just don't have a webcam.
Nice. That's a good sign.
I could share your nothing, but that's already what I'm doing actually.
Cool.
Oh, didn't realize we were back on cams.
Yes. Give us a wave. I love the way I can say that because I'm not on cam, so you can't ask for anything back.
I'm surprised you haven't gone for like what are those like weeb things?
Oh, the
VTuber.
Yeah.
A Yatta VTuber.
Hey, who knows? I think there's some people in the Irish community that would disown me if that happened. That's why I think.
Did
I
you,
know.
Hang on.
Did I? Yes.
You sent me the wrong thing, but
Did
I
I?
think I should be able to join now.
Are you sure? Because. Okay.
Did you just copy the address at the top?
No.
There
Yeah,
we go. I am
professional.
here.
Hold on. Video.
I should be in now.
Right. So who have we got coming up? We are in match 4. Are we definitely in match 4? Yes, we are definitely in match 4. Okay, good.
Yeah.
We have got Acros, Floyd, Epos, and Nobody. So you've got to be thinking this is one between Epos and Acros, probably. Epos looking
Yeah.
a little bit shaky last week. I don't think he's had the time to put in that much effort. Or I think the motivation. Acros played well in the first sort of third of his game against Wizzy last week, and then got
Very
absolutely
professional,
decimated.
I'm happy with it. Look, my audience knows what to expect.
As long as it's near to the square.
Look
it's
at
fine.
that!
Yeah, that seems to be doing the job.
Yeah.
All right. Look
Oh.
at that.
Hold on.
Do we have an interviewing?
Nah, he's got to go.
No problem.
We do not. What map are we on? Oh, yeah, we're starting on KJ's map. Okay, good. I stole Paddy's suit. Yeah, it is the same tie that you had last week, isn't it? Yeah.
Which match are we in now? Is it 3 again?
4.
4.
4. Yeah, I just have a plain black tie this week. I would try to put on. I have a horrible, like an absolutely disgusting knitted woolen red tie. But at some point, it's made its way into the wash and shrunk, and I couldn't tie it. So I've just had to go for a boring black tie this time. So. Bagels is saying the VOD has got the copyright things on again.
Oh, that's weird. It shouldn't.
Man.
I can probably, have a word. because I pay for the I pay for the copyright for that, so it shouldn't be taking it away. So should we have a quick look at the Div 2 standings before we move on? And then, as if by magic.
Ooh.
I'll be honest, I did that accidentally, but it's here.
How am I 6th?
Because you have 5 points, and that is the amount needed to come in 6th.
Yeah, no one on 6 points. That's actually kind of impressive. No one's got 2 seconds.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Any surprises here?
Charged at the top.
Oh, well, I mean, the surprise to me is that Steg hasn't got 8 points.
True. Although Bagels
Barry
from those
only...
2 matches been pretty impressive.
Yeah. Soph doing well up in joint 6th.
Yeah, there's gonna be this kind of scrap between all of us currently on 6th, I think.
Yeah.
I do not favour myself. Looking at the other names
you gotta
there,
back yourself. You gotta back yourself.
I think on a good day I could probably beat Barry and maybe Eggy, but
I'm a little surprised at Dansky getting last this week.
Yeah,
I don't know what his match is.
He played pretty well.
Yeah.
Against me.
Okay. I think. Are we ready to go live?
But yeah, there's 3 people looking at Div 2 you'd expect to be at the top of the standings. Those are Vig, Charged, and Sean. They currently sit there, but what's scary is the fact there are only 2 promotion positions. So when those 3 start playing each other, they're going to be really, really important matches. Charged is lucky to still be on 8 points. I don't quite know how he got away with that.
Yeah, he can count his lucky stars after today. I think Bagels will be a little bit disappointed after throwing that, but it'll be interesting to see if the curse continues into next week. We'll see if Charged, because I think Charged is coming up against Vig Q possibly. So I think